And of course, I'm not saying open network is not good. It's the ultimate goal. So the timing of this depends on how in closed period we can nurture certain type of utility building, and also the urgency of us trying to create utility that rely on external networks. Okay. And I want to answer, why do we need to do this shift? This is the key of real success in crypto world and the Web3 world. Crypto networks need to be able to provide real services than just a tool of speculation. And crypto and blockchain itself has a certain utility by nature. The decentralization, the anti-censorship, the completely self-sovereignty, all these are very good blockchain native utilities are real, but they're not necessarily commonly shared by mainstream audience. It is by very crypto enthusiasts, people who understand the meaning of decentralization, really have a problem of anti-censorship. Like, for example, the beginning of Bitcoin, why it succeeds so much, it was actually because of utility, its own utility, the native utility of blockchain. Now we need to find, similarly for our network to succeed, we need to find real utilities. It can no longer be limited to small group of people who benefit from this type of native utility. Therefore, we need to build a platform that allow mainstream audience acceptable, understandable utilities to be tested, created, iterated, and produced. Pi Network aims to complete this shift from extrinsic to intrinsic motivated community to give rise to new utilities in the format of Web3. Okay, take a lot of and to be honest, this process is not something that you say you do, you will achieve. This process, just to be a heads up, it takes a lot of trials of so many different Pi apps by the community, by us, core team. It will be a lot of probably failures because real utility and product is not a for sure course. Nobody come out and say, oh, I can create something, and then immediately next day it sells in the market. It's similar to that in that sense. It's just in the context of the crypto and Web3 world. The utility is real. Addressing a need of real humans want is real. So it's like creating a startup or business. After its success, everyone can say, oh, such a simple idea. Like Facebook, oh, just a simple idea. Everyone, create a social network with a real name. But before its success, it takes so much time and iteration. And actually so many trials before Facebook. There was MySpace and all these social networks. And afterwards, a bunch of social network attempts. But only this one succeed. So what I'm trying to say is there is no for sure thing that the utility is easy. Not the first app we roll out, not the first batch of developers who rolled out their Pi apps on Pi platform, it will hit the utility. But Pi hopes to create an environment that nurtures utility building and support developers in utility building, and educate our community for the mindset of focus on utility. We, as a Pi network, we have a good start. We have good resources that enable us to actually on the good stepping stone for the utility building together. What we have is first, large social network and community. The beginning of the motivation for me and Nicholas to create this project was actually coming from our years of experience in human-computer interaction. Human-computer interaction is study of how to design systems, computer systems, for people to use and scale the usage. In a core concept inside the human-computer interaction is user iterations. Users needs to give you feedback about whether your tool or your system is useful or not. And you keep taking the feedback, of course, process them and inform your product design. This loop has to happen many times. As I said, the Pi apps will fail many times. However, in crypto, before we created Pi, we identified a big problem for crypto being able to be mass adoption and also real utility building is that there is limited social networks. Even at the time when we were teaching Stanford students in the class of building decentralized applications, at the time Ethereum was the best platform in terms of developer tools and environment. Our students actually built multiple many projects for the class. However, there's no one using it. There is not even people testing it. No one uses it. A lot of great ideas, but there's no people. So why Pi Network is different from other networks? Because we're stepping on top of this amazing large community. And this community creates the environment that is suitable for any real product designing and improving. So a large social network and community is the resource that Pi Network have in order to reach the path of utility building.